Good morning. Hey, good morning, ma'am. I hope you are doing well.
Good morning.
So, first of all, I'm so sorry for keep you on hold for a while. So, I'm just setting up my setup. So, yeah, excited to see you and have you here again. So, thank you so much for joining us today. So, how's your day going? What about your day today?
So far, so good. I'm just pulling up my info here. All right. So, hi everybody. I'm glad y'all are here. Hey, we've got a nice crew this morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Rimsha. How are you doing, hun?
I'm good, thanks God.
Good. Amen. All right. So, just let me know when you guys are ready and we'll jump in.
Yeah, sure. We can start. So today I'm going to give you a chance to say a prayer for us for this meeting, and then after you're gonna start from your lecture. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dear Lord, thank you so much for today and thank you for the many blessings you've given us. God, thank you for the opportunity that we get to come together in fellowship in your name. God, thank you for these people who are wanting to reach out and help others as you tell us to do. God, thank you for this opportunity. And I ask that you bless these people and carry this message in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
It's really
Hello.
good, you guys again. Acham, are we going to do it like we did last time and you'll translate in between?
Yeah, exactly. We will do the same thing. Like most of the peoples in this meeting, talk and understand English. But as you know, our purpose to upload this meeting on my social media apps. So that's why I want to make it, translation for the other peoples to make it understand clearly.
Correct. All right. Well, let's dive in. And today we're going to talk about addiction.
That's cool. That's really great. Okay, so let's start our today's lecture. So as you know that we have done in our last meeting, so let's move in, jump in.
Okay, so today is a very important topic. We're going to talk about addiction.
आज का हमारा टॉपिक जो है वो बहुत अहम है क्योंकि आज हम एडिक्शन के बारे में बात करेंगे.
Many people do not understand addiction.
और बहुत से लोग हैं जो कि इस चीज़ को नहीं समझते और ना ही एडिक्शन के बारे में अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं कि एडिक्शन होती क्या है. नशा.
People may say things like,
और लोग इस तरह की बातें भी कर सकते हैं.
why don't they just stop?
क्या आप इसे छोड़ क्यों नहीं देते.
If they really wanted to change, they would.
अगर वाकई चाहे तो बदल सकते हैं.
But addiction is not that simple.
बट नशे को छोड़ना इतना आसान नहीं जितना आप समझते हैं.
It's much, much deeper.
और ये इससे बहुत आगे और बहुत भरकर जो है गहरा मसला है.
So let's start with the simple definition.
आइए एक सादा तारीफ से एक नशे को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं.
Addiction is when a person continues to use something
नशा इस वक्त होता है कि जब कोई शख्स किसी चीज़ का इस्तेमाल करता रहता है, बहुत एक लंबे अरसे से या बहुत देर से एक चीज़ का इस्तेमाल करता है,
even when it's hurting their life.
चाहे वो इसकी ज़िंदगी को नुकसान पहुंचा रहा हो, वो इस चीज़ की परवाह नहीं करता.
Even when they feel like they want to stop,
और वो खुद भी चाहता है, उसको छोड़ना चाहता है, लेकिन वो उसको छोड़ नहीं सकता.
they feel like they cannot.
और उसे लगता है कि वो ऐसा नहीं कर सकता.
This can be
और ये हो सकता है
drugs,
मंशियात की सूरत में,
alcohol,
शराब
or certain behaviors.
और कुछ दूसरी आदत.
Addiction is not just a bad habit,
और जो नशा है वो एक बुरी आदत नहीं है.
It's not just a lack of willpower.
और ये ना ही सिर्फ कमजोर इरादे की वजह से भी नहीं है।
Addiction affects
नशा असर डालता है ज्यादातर
the body,
जिस्म पर,
the mind,
आपके दिमाग पर
and our emotions.
और आपके जज्बात पर।
When someone uses drugs or alcohol,
जब कोई मंशियात या कोई बंदा ड्रग्स या शराब का इस्तेमाल करता है
it changes the brain.
तो उसका दिमाग बदल जाता है।
The brain begins to crave it.
दिमाग कहता है,
It tells the person, I need this to feel okay,
दिमाग कहता है कि मुझे ये चाहिए तभी मैं ठीक महसूस करूंगा,
even when it's causing harm.
चाहे ये उस बंदे को नुकसान दे रहा हो।
Most people do not start using because they want to destroy their life.
और ज्यादातर लोग एडिक्शन या नशे को इस वजह से चूज नहीं करते कि वो अपनी जिंदगी को खुद बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं।
They start because they're hurting.
वो सिर्फ दुख या तकलीफ में होते हैं
They may feel sad,
और हो सकता है वो इसको महसूस करते हैं, इन चीजों को महसूस करते हैं,
lonely,
तन्हाई महसूस करते हैं,
anxious,
बेचैनी महसूस करते हैं
or overwhelmed.
और यहाँ किसी किस्म का दबाव।
And when they use something,
और जब वो कुछ इस्तेमाल करते हैं
they feel relief.
तो वो सिर्फ थोड़े टाइम के लिए आर्जी तौर पर उनको सुकून मिलता है उस चीज से,
Even if it's just for a short time.
हालांकि ये सिर्फ सुकून जो है बहुत ही कम टाइम के लिए, बहुत ही छोटे अरसे के लिए होता है।
Now we're going to talk about the cycle of addiction.
और ये बहुत छोटे टाइम के लिए होता है और कभी कभी जो है ना उस ज्यादा शिद्दत के साथ इख्तियार कर जाता है।
The relief people seek does not last.
और जो लोग इससे छूटने की कोशिश करते हैं वो इसको आसानी से नहीं कर सकते।
The pain comes back.
वो जो उनकी पेन होती है, जो उनको दर्द होता है वो दोबारा आ जाता है
Sometimes stronger than before.
और कभी कभी ज्यादा शिद्दत के साथ आता है,
So they use again.
तो वो दोबारा उसी नशे को इस्तेमाल करते हैं
And the cycle begins.
और एक चक्कर जो कि आप साइकिल कह सकते हैं वो शुरू हो जाता है।
Okay, follow me here.
जो
Pain,
दुख,
use,
इस्तेमाल,
relief,
सुकून,
more pain,
ज्यादा दर्द,
use again.
दोबारा इस्तेमाल,
It is a cycle over and over.
जो कि एक साइकिल की तरह होता है कि जो कि वो एक इंसान दोबारा ही इन चीजों को दोहराता है।
And this cycle becomes stronger.
और ये जो साइकिल है, ये जो दायरा बन जाता है वो दिन ब दिन ज्यादा होता जाता है और शिद्दत इख्तियार करता है।
Now let's talk about the shame and hiding.
और कोई भी लोग इस चीज के बारे में अपनी शर्मिंदगी महसूस करते हैं नशे के बारे में बात करने से कि हम दूसरे के साथ क्या बात करेंगे इससे।
Addiction also brings shame.
लोग सोचते हैं कि मैं नाकाम हूँ
People begin to think, I'm a failure.
और वो यही सोचते हैं कि मैं नाकाम हूँ
Or they think something's wrong with me.
या फिर मेरे साथ कुछ गलत हो रहा है,
So they hide.
और वो छुपने लगते हैं दूसरों से।
They isolate.
वो खुद को तन्हा महसूस करते हैं और वो खुद को एक कमरे में बंद कर लेते हैं जहाँ पे वो खुद को आइसोलेशन में डाल लेते हैं।
Addiction grows stronger in
और
isolation.
और ये करने से उनका जो नशा है वो तन्हाई में और मजबूत हो जाता है।
This is very important.
और ये एक बहुत जरूरी बात है।
Addiction is often not the real problem.
कि जो नशा है वो अक्सर असल मसला नहीं होता,
It's a response to deeper pain.
ये एक बहुत गहरे दर्द का रद्द अमल है।
If we only try to stop the behavior,
और अगर हम सिर्फ आदत को रोकने की कोशिश करें
but we do not address the pain,
लेकिन दर्द को हल नहीं करेंगे,
the struggle continues.
जो जद्दोजहद कर रहे हैं हम वो जारी रहेगी।
So how can we help somebody?
तो अगर कोई आपके पास इस तरह का कोई इंसान आता है तो हम उसकी मदद कैसे करेंगे?
Start with compassion.
हम हमदर्दी से शुरू करते हैं कि हम उसके साथ हमदर्दाना रवैया इख्तियार करें,
Instead of asking the person what's wrong with you,
और उससे ये पूछने के बजाय कि तुम्हें क्या हुआ है या तुम क्या फील कर रहे हो,
we ask them what happened to you.
तुम्हारे साथ क्या गलत है, हम ये पूछ सकते हैं।
So let's talk about what helps people heal.
और आइए बात करते हैं कि क्या चीज़ें हैं जो कि लोगों को इसमें हीलिंग करने में, इससे शफा हासिल करने में मदद देंगी।
People need connection,
लोगों को ताल्लुकात की ज़रूरत है,
support,
उनको सपोर्ट की ज़रूरत है,
understanding,
कोई उनको समझने वाला होना चाहिए,
and safe relationships.
और जिसके साथ वो अपने आप को एक महफूज रिश्ते में बांधे।
They need to feel seen.
उन्हें महसूस होना चाहिए कि वो देखें और सुने जा रहे हैं।
They need to feel heard.
उन्हें ये भी महसूस होना चाहिए कि उनकी बात को सुना जा रहा है और उस पर अमल किया जा रहा है।
Now let's talk about our faith.
और आइए अब हम बात करते हैं अपने ईमान और खौफ के बारे में।
Faith can play a powerful role.
आपका ईमान जो है वो एक बहुत अहम किरदार अदा करता है इसमें।
Addiction often removes hope,
और ये जो नशा है वो आपके अंदर से अक्सर जो है उम्मीद को ख़त्म कर देता है,
but faith restores hope.
मगर जो आपका ईमान है वो उसको बहाल करता है दोबारा से।
It reminds people
ये लोगों को याद दिलाता है
you're not too far gone.
कि तुम बहुत दूर नहीं गए, तुम अभी भी हमारे साथ हो और तुम अभी भी हमारी जिंदगी का हिस्सा बन सकते हो।
You still have purpose.
तुम्हारा अभी मकसद बाकी है जिंदगी का।
So I want to encourage you.
तो मैं आपको हौसला देना चाहती हूँ
You do not need to be an expert to help someone.
कि आपको किसी की मदद करने के लिए इसमें माहिर होना पड़ना या कोई इसमें महारत नहीं चाहिए।
You just need to care.
आपको सिर्फ दूसरे की मदद करनी और उनकी केयर करनी आनी चाहिए,
You just need to listen.
और सिर्फ उनको सुनना चाहिए कि वो क्या कह रहे हैं, उनकी बात पे आपको अच्छे तरीके से उनकी बात को सुनना चाहिए।
And you just need to be present.
और आपको सिर्फ उस टाइम उनके साथ उस जगह पे उनको महसूस कराना चाहिए कि मेरे साथ कोई है जो मेरे बुरे वक्त में मेरा साथ दे रहा है।
Addiction is not just about behavior.
और एडिक्शन जो नशा है वो सिर्फ आदत के बारे में नहीं है,
It's about pain.
ये दर्द के बारे में है।
And healing begins
और जब जो आपकी शिफा है, जो आपकी हीलिंग है, वो उसी टाइम ही शुरू होती है
when people feel safe and supported.
जब लोग ये महसूस करते हैं कि वो महफूज हैं और उनको कोई सपोर्ट करने वाला है।
Okay, thank you guys so much. So now I want to open it up if you have any questions.
सो अभी हम यहाँ पे अपनी मीटिंग का अख्ताम करते हैं, और अभी मैं आप सबको इजाज़त देती हूँ कि अगर कोई आपका इस चीज़ के बारे में कोई क्वेश्चन है, कोई आपको चीज़ की समझ नहीं आई, सवाल है, तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकती हैं। सो थैंक यू सो मच मैम फॉर दिस ब्यूटीफुल
Thank you
टॉपिक
so
टुडे
much, ma'am,
एंड
for the full message. Thank you so much. It's very insightful for us. I want to ask you one question, please.
Sure.
Okay, so my question is, what factor can contribute to keep the addiction in the habit, feelings, or emotion? What thing make them the people to keep the smoking, to keep the addiction? Like what factor can more affect in this situation? A habit, emotion, or feeling?
Okay, first we have to look at the behavior, right? But we have to look at what's driving that behavior, what's causing that behavior. It could be emotions, it could be feelings, it could be a lot of things. There's no one thing that can cause or drive it. Every person is different. Every person is different. I hope that helped. If I need to clarify something,
Yes, that's good. Okay. So it could be anything like their emotion can trigger for the addiction, their feelings can be trigger for the addiction, and maybe its habit can be trigger for the addiction, right?
oh, honey, triggers can be anything. You could see somebody you don't like and it would trigger you. Okay? It could be trauma from your past that you're still carrying that you
Yeah,
haven't
yeah, I
healed.
can understand. Right.
It can be so many things that can trigger, but that's where we have to learn the tools to deal with those triggers. And
Yeah,
that's what we
exactly. Exactly. Basically, the soft skills will be help us to recognize their pain.
Here's the key, though, that I need you guys to understand, because as a coach, when I would start working with people in recovery and they would relapse, I would beat my head against the wall. What am I doing wrong? Right? I would think it was me.
Mm.
We cannot do anything other than lead and guide someone unless or until they are ready and willing to do what it takes to heal, to move forward, to let go. We can't do anything but live the example and hope they'll follow. We can't make anybody do anything. We can
Mm.
pray for them.
Yes. Nice.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to share something with you. I saw so many adults around myself that they are smoking. The boys, and they age around about like 15, like they are teenagers. And in our community where we are living, I saw on the daily basis, and it's literally very painful for me when saw them. So I want to start the working with them, but we have some social boundaries or some environmental factors. So I am thinking that to start making group. First of all, I will meet and talk with their parents and try to psychoeducate them about it. When
Right.
they are agree, then they're willing to send their child for the training session, or like it's a initiate that I want to start it. And I request you please pray for it and suggest me and guide me in this, because I'm gonna start it, right?
What age are we talking?
Sorry.
How old are they?
They are teenagers, like around about 12 to 16, or 15, more than the.
Okay, listen. You have a challenge on your hands. That
Yeah.
is a very tough age to work with. Okay, first of all. Second of all, if you go to their parents and ask them to enroll them in some class or put them in whatever, if the parents force it, more often than not, the children are not going to be receptive to it. They can come in, they can do the training, but it's going to go in one ear and out the other, and they ain't going to hear a thing you said.
Yeah, you are right.
It comes back to they have
Mhm.
to want it. Now, the parents can lead them to you, yes. What you need to do is capture the kids, right? Not necessarily the parents. Ask the kids, hey, what's going on in your life? Do you have anything you need to talk about? Open it with compassion and caring and understanding. Then the kids might be willing to listen, right?
Yeah, you are very right. Yes, and thanks God. I must say I have a good communication skills and a connection with them, so they can listen me very carefully and nicely. And I am pretty sure they will shortly willing. And in my area, I have when I have started my academy, so I target the boys mostly who is adult, and I start teaching. and I felt and I observe. I have started observing that they are suffering from some mental issues. They don't know how to talk and how to express their emotions even. So yes, it's a testimony. It's my testimony, and I'm very happy. And I know when I start talking about it with them, so I can start it and I can do it. Tell me, is it fine when I will start it? And I want you to be please keep it in your prayer. This thing, especially.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one other thing I want to encourage you on
Yes,
is,
please.
like I said, this is going to be a tough age, right? But
Yes,
not impossible, right? Not impossible.
exactly.
Not every kid's going to not listen, but you may have some that are just, they don't want to hear it, right? They're just there because their parents are making them.
Of course, I can't say if the like if I am taking the 10 children's, so it's impossible to that 10 people's recover, but at least from their 1, 2, 3, or
Right.
more than at least.
Well, what I was going to say is make sure on any that might be difficult, that might give you a problem, the way to diffuse that or make it easier is, again, compassion, understanding,
Yes.
empathy.
Yeah.
That will get to them faster than anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's amazing, and I'm here to help you in any way I can.
Thank you so much for your help, for your insightful session. I'm really learning so many things. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Next week, let's see here. Let me look. So next week we're going to talk about trauma and emotional pain and how
Okay.
that affects, right? Because, and then, we'll talk about mental health because a lot of mental health issues can cause, problems.
Exactly.
So, there's so much to dive into. So I'm really looking forward to next week.
Thank you so much. Exactly. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much for your very thoughtful and beautiful lecture today. And I hope this lecture will give us a opportunity to share our thoughts and share our knowledge to the other people whom are currently suffering from this and struggling from the addiction. So here I would just want to share a very quick story with all of you guys, and especially you with ma'am, that I just feel that this story must be fit in according to this topic, and especially with your situation, like you, as you have told your story in our last meeting. So I personally met with a person who is currently struggling, and struggling with addiction for many years. So every day he felt like his life had no meaning. As you may know that every addiction people who is addicted to any drugs, so people had given up on him, and he had almost given up on himself. So but do you know one thing, one day someone asked him what happened to you. So hearing this question, he started to open up about this pain, like how this pain started, from where it started. Like he shared that he had felt very lonely and sad since his childhood, and some people listened, understand, and spent time with him. So this is the most important thing from this story. Like the peoples are starting to listen him, understand him, and spend time with him. And you know what's the result of this? Like slowly he began to change. Small success started to build his confidence, and yeah, today he has turned his life around and is helping others who are struggling. And that's why today I'm sharing this story with you, like as you have told your story in the last meeting. So I think you are suffering from the same thing, that we all are must to be appreciate you. And yeah, we are here to appreciate you. And like things happens to the persons, but like the most important thing we will do is how we react to these struggles or the situation. So yeah, thank you so much for listening my short story. Yeah,
You made a good point. And just like I said in the beginning, instead of asking what's wrong with you,
exactly. Yeah,
ask what happened to you. Would you like to
exactly.
talk?
Nice.
That's
Because
really
that's how
beautiful.
we want us to feel heard. Because most of us, myself included,
Yeah,
who been through trauma all of our lives from the age of 5 on, we never felt heard. We never felt seen. We never felt loved without conditions.
exactly. You're so right.
To have that offered to us is a lifeline. You can be that lifeline.
Exactly. That's really true. Like as we have discussed, like most of the people's right now, I'm just seeing a article yesterday about this addiction. So right now, like 6 million people who are currently serving from the struggling with the addiction in Pakistan. So these drugs are not just be in the home. So most of the people whom are the young adults, like as my sister told you that in our area there are the many peoples, and especially they are the adults or might be in their teenage, so they are struggling with different addictions, but they don't told anyone because they haven't anyone to listen. So I think thank you so much for giving this beautiful topic today, and choosing this topic, because we are really need this, and we hope this meeting will bring many fruitful meanings for everyone's life. So yeah,
I pray so. I pray so. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next week then.
yes, for sure. I hope there is no
Asham, as
one
soon
who has any question, because sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions, I mean, please ask.
Yeah, so I'm just talking. I'm just saying that nobody must be have any question, because the way you talk and the way you understand them, the everything in a very simple and easy way. So I think we don't have any question anymore.
Okay. All right, great. Well, like I said, next week we'll talk about trauma and emotions and how, they play a factor. So, as soon as this finishes uploading to the cloud, I'll download it and send it to you, Acham. I'm probably going to have to
Yes, for sure.
upload it to YouTube like I did last time and send you the link.
Yeah, exactly. No problem.
Yeah, because the file is too big for me to send it in the email. So I'll do that. I'll get it uploaded and send you
Yeah,
the link as soon as
yeah.
it's done. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you
That's
next
really
week.
good. That's really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
See
thank
you
you so much, everyone.
next.
Especially thanks. Yeah.
See you. Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
See you next week. God bless you. God bless you.
Are you terrified to face tomorrow? Some mornings feel impossible. But even in the darkest moments, hope is closer than you think. You're not alone. There's hope. Written by Kathy Simmons, a certified recovery coach. Welcome to Recovery is your powerful guide to reclaiming your life. With real stories, practical tools, and compassionate insight, this book lights the way, one page at a time. Whether you're beginning, recommitting, or supporting someone through recovery, find hope, clarity, and strength within these pages. Step into your new chapter. Welcome to Recovery. Take the first step. Get your copy of Welcome to Recovery today and begin your journey to hope.